Oh, we're recording. We're recording. We're good. Alright. Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna be going back to the vlog where it's the first week of class and I'm gonna react to it. Alright, let's get going.
Let's go!
Guys, we're here with Lewis. We just finished our first, I don't know, like 2 lectures. The first one's about nucleic acids, and we're just going over the basic structure of cells and DNA replication. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to take notes.
Okay, so for those of you who are pre-meds, the first semester of medical school is basically a review of like undergrad. So we were learning not that many new things, so like nucleic acids, something basic that you learn, so it kind of eases you into the pace of medical school, so that's nice. Make a comment right after this.
I have a stylus. Should I like write down on PowerPoint, like annotate them, or write down on OneNote, or should I type? So that's my question of the day.
How do I take notes? I still ask myself this question often. I watch videos on it. People ask me this question. I've tried different methods. I've tried writing them with the stylus. I've tried typing them out as an outline. I've done Anki flashcards, the Excel spreadsheet way. I've watched videos by Ali, Thomas Frank, and other YouTubers. I still haven't narrowed it down to a system or my preferred style. It changes with each subject, and I've defaulted to just cramming in a lot of memorization of flashcards. It does the trick, but it's not as effective as I would like it to be, so I'm always playing around with it. I think the most useful steps to think about is comprehension. Then you condensed what you comprehend into a smaller form of notes, and then you can memorize facts that you don't comprehend, things that you absolutely need to know but they don't have like a logical sense in your mind. That's just 3 steps, but how you go about that is very different for each person. And in the future, when I feel a little bit more confident, I would say in how I study and how I think you could study, then I'll make a video. But as of right now, I feel like too much of a mess, or I don't have it narrowed down to something where I can give it to you, and I want to give you guys value. I don't want to just make videos for the sake of making them. So let's continue.
So far it's been good. Lectures are going fast, but it is some basic stuff. But school has finally started.
Notice how I say in this video and I didn't cut it out. So that was me beginning editing, learning how to edit vlogs. Vlogs are a little bit different than cinematic videos and short films. But notice I still say but I edit those out. First day of actual class and we're lost. Yeah, it's a big building.
They always find a way.
Yeah,
There's always a way.
there's maps. We're gonna find it. There's Lewis. This is our anatomy class, well, histology class. Looking at the microscope. And there's some tissue. So I'm biking right now near the river, and I kid you not, when I went underneath one of these bridges, I think a moth hit one of my teeth. Like, I had to spit it out. It was disgusting, but I remember that. So I was at this park and I was biking underneath a hill, and this giant insect hit my teeth. I'm lucky. I'm glad it didn't go in my mouth. Very beautiful today. I'm here, got the bike, helmet, the canal right in front of me. I'll show you. Right there, people having fun. Some people beautiful park. And I found out that there's an outdoor workout park. It was really cool. I worked out a little bit. I couldn't resist. I was gonna work out after the biking and decided to stop there, give it a try, and you'll see a couple of videos of that coming up soon. But overall today, our first actual day of class has been good. We got introduction to the microscope, histology lab, anatomy lab.
got taught.
Guys, we're first year medical school, and every histology class I've ever had or anything to do with microscopes, we always get an introduction how to use them. It gets tiring after a while, but I guess there's some people that never use them. My rant is over.
A little bit about respecting cadavers, the donors. So that's going to be very interesting. It's something new for me. I've never had. I've never worked with donors before.
Yes. It's a good gym. You should check it out. Work out more often.
You never know.
Ooh, CBL. Eating some food. Somebody brought food. And right there, that smirk is because somebody's looking at me. Every time I set up my camera in class, there's always somebody who picks it up. And they know exactly what I'm doing, so then they give me a smirk.
In 19, 10 years from now, if you turn on its head.
Yeah, so I think I mentioned an Excel spreadsheet. So I learned this from Ali Abdel on his YouTube channel. And basically what happens is on one side, column A, you have all your questions. You can make them up or put your objectives. And then on column B, you're going to write down all your answers and just white them out. So then you can ask yourself the question, answer it, and then just make the text dark, and then you can see the answer. It's similar to like a flashcard, except you have access to any question at any time. You don't have to wait as you get to the cards. I did that like 1, maybe 2 days, and then just went back to flashcards. Today was really good. We started off with a case-based learning. We looked at a case with Down syndrome, and then we immediately went to a class and learn a little bit more about it. Guys, I have this tendency to be very monotone, and I know that. I know that my voice can be monotone, my facial expressions can be pretty straight, and that's something that I really don't like. And I always try to change it, so I try to smile more and use more intonation, more hand gestures. So in the beginning, it was harder because I was just getting used to always talking to the camera and thinking of things to say. Even now, I'll still catch myself seeming to lack energy, but I'm trying to change. So we'd have to watch like another video, a recent video, to see my expressions, see if they change. But that is a personal thing that I'm trying to improve for you and for my communication skills. I had a mother and her daughter who has experiences life with Down syndrome present a little bit about how her life has been. So it's really cool that we get that firsthand view of something we just previously studied in a case in a group discussion. And that was basically it. I mean, there's something in between there. Then we got our access cards, so now we can access different rooms in the school. I'm not sure about the hospital, but and then I went to a family physician interest group talk. It was really good. We had this family physician just answer a whole bunch of questions and tell us a little bit about her experience. And we had pizza. Everybody loves that. That was biggest type of food, or the most common type of food you're going to have in medical school that they will provide for you is pizza. So if you're on a low carb diet, plan accordingly, bring your own meals, or else you're going to gain some weight. My school day, I had to go down to the main campus in Ottawa to the registrar, get something signed. Took forever, delayed my day. I was supposed to play some volleyball tonight, but I felt like I already wasted enough time waiting for the registrar. Truth.
So I didn't go this week. I didn't go tonight. My team's playing right now, so I'll go next week, hopefully. And I just made some notes, tried to study a little bit, and prepared a little bit.
Guys, just thinking about how busy the medical school schedule is and the fact that I had to miss volleyball just to catch up on homework makes me so thankful for summer right now. For my physician skills development group, it's my turn to present. So I'll quickly just show you what I was doing.
Show me.
So every week we're assigned a reading, and since I'm presenting, I just went through the article, highlighted a couple of things, made some notes, wrote down some questions here. So whenever you guys are thinking, I keep saying guys, but I'm talking to you. Whenever you are thinking of doing a presentation or any type of project, always try to think outside of the box and try to improve on what other people have done or what you have done in the past. So I could have easily just made a PowerPoint and talked about it, or done nothing and just talked about the article. In this case, I figured I have a 2-in-1 laptop, so might as well annotate, write things down, and then I can connect my screen with the HDMI to the TV in the room, and I presented it that way, and it generated some creativity where Kush, I think, I'm not sure if it's because of me, but Kush created a Prezi, and we just kept upping our presentation skills. When you're creative, you motivate other people to get creative too. And then on Thursday, we're gonna start off the class, and I'm gonna just quickly present this article, the major key points, ask some questions for discussion. The doctor's gonna give us feedback and give us a couple of questions to ask, because then we're gonna walk over to the hospital and interview some more patients. That's really cool. Okay, so in this clip, I show you a PowerPoint, a piece of a PowerPoint, one slide, and I haven't told you guys this, but this happened like back in first semester maybe. Somebody complained about my vlog showing slides from the PowerPoint, even though it was like 1 or 2 and they weren't even content, they're just disclaimers or like a funny cartoon. Anyways, somebody complained, I think might have been a second year, maybe first year, who knows, to the faculty. So they didn't come to me, they didn't, bring this up to me and ask me if I could remove these clips or just to be more attentive to these things. They went straight to the faculty, brought it up. The faculty didn't find that too good, so then they talked to our class president, Toros, who's great, super friendly, and on top of things. Toros came to me and he let me know, hey, somebody complained about you. They put, they told the faculty about this, and they're gonna create some guidelines for vlogs. There's 3 rules that they made. The first one was you cannot show PowerPoint slides on YouTube, because they have a disclaimer where you can't share it. So that's the first one. I won't say anymore. So the second one is, if you're filming a group or filming anybody, then you should grab their permission. Pretty straightforward, aside from the fact that if I'm getting a group shot, it's hard to get everybody's permission, but I understand. And the third one is, be careful when recording in the hospital, or don't do any, because you don't want to risk getting patients or recording patient's name. That one I agree, I haven't recorded in the hospital. Anyways, yeah, there's some rules created, and this clip just brings that to my attention. We just finished our chromosome lecture. It was interesting, and now we have Introduction to Anatomy 1. The diagrams of anatomy look intimidating. Anatomy's hard.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Very complicated.
Yeah, do you want to introduce yourself? Just your name. We'll know who you are.
Hi everyone, my name's Selena. I am in class.
Yep.
I am. And I am, I don't know. That's it.
We'll know you now. I caught her off guard. I catch a lot of people off guard, and then it kind of makes them come out as a little awkward, or the whole scene comes a little awkward. Anyway, Selena, you did a good job. I apologize to anybody else who I catch off guard for these vlogs.
So I just finished going to a student mentorship class where they just went over study strategies and what to expect for exams. Every week they're gonna host these study sessions where they're gonna go over
Super useful if you're first year or going to become a first year. Go to these.
some high yield content. It's highly recommended to go to those. Right now I got my stuff and I'm gonna go home. I prefer to study at home. We'll see how that goes.
Always.
And I'll show you how I study, if I study.
I study. I'm not sure if I showed. Hey, Dave. Guys, I threw my parking pass. Well, never mind. I explained it in the video.
So when I was in the car, I had taken my car pass and just chucked it on the dash, and it went in like underneath the windshield, and I lost it. Like I couldn't.
Guys, I'm almost wearing the same things. I have a black shirt, longer beard, and a hat, but it's a different hat.
Grab it, my finger couldn't reach there. So what I did is I took a cue card, I folded the end, and just used it to hook it back. So something interesting that I noticed where I live is that there are these hooks right here. I don't know what it is, but they're stuck to some beams on the ceiling.
They had some chair swing in the basement, so that's why there's hooks.
And there's two more over there. So what I did is I had some gymnastics rings. I knew these would come in handy one day, and I hung them off there. And I can do a really good full body workout with these gymnastics rings. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna get some exercises in, and then I'm gonna sit down and kind of plan what kind of homework I have, how I'm gonna tackle it. Something else that happened today that we got is a new clipboard from CFMS, and it's pretty cool. So it's simple. You open it. It didn't come with paper.
Your tutorial on how to
Clip,
use
and
a
then
clipboard.
we'll space it, put
Brought
some
to you
more
by
paper,
Thiago.
and you can fold it. So when we take patient history, I think this will come nice and handy. Yeah. So everybody in the class got a clipboard like this.
Yeah. Oh, that's not allowed. That's the spine.
Lewis,
Thursday. Hey, Lewis.
what's in that slide? What's in that slide?
This one?
Yeah.
Skeletal muscles.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Man, I haven't seen Lewis in a while. So Lewis, if you're watching, miss you, bro. Ever since we changed classes for anatomy, because they changed that in second semester, you end up not seeing the same people as often. So it feels like you don't see everybody, even though you sit like 5 people over from each other. It's Kush, you're Kush, and Jake. Is Kush texting? Yo, Kush, you're texting.
You want to ask them about associated symptoms with this one symptom too, right?
So we just finished interviewing patients at the hospital, and we're going over everything that we learned.
Okay, so I didn't take too many videos of today. Today is our most intense day. Thursdays are full. We had class from 8 a.m. all the way to 4:30. So my day started off with histology at 8 a.m. I didn't know that. I completely forgot. I showed up at 8:30 and missed half an hour of class.
That happened twice to me that semester. Fortunately, the first class was histo, so I didn't miss much, and it was easy to catch up.
But our teacher's really nice, so I didn't really impact anything. It was just an introduction lecture to histology. I ended up winning a prize from the last one because she gives out prizes to whoever takes a really good picture.
She gives
So
prizes
that was
to
nice.
everybody.
After histology, had anatomy, so we're looking at the spine. I noticed that anatomy is really fast paced, and I'm going to have to do a ton of memorization because my anatomy skills are on the weak side. So,
And they still are.
but overall, it was really good. We got to
work with donor bodies, the cadavers, and that's the first time I've had that kind of experience. And I think it'll be interesting from now on. Then after anatomy, I had radiology. So radiology was again just an introduction lecture. It was okay, nothing really crazy stood out, nothing too interesting. So I don't want to make any quick judgments. It was a little bit dry, but that's expected. It's the first lecture. I'm sure it'll get better from there. No, radiology tends to be really dry. There are classes that are more interesting. I think as you start to learn the terminology and you become more interested in it, becomes more fascinating, but it tends to be long and sometimes difficult lectures to pay attention to. It's a lot of pictures and it doesn't come naturally. You just have to look at it over and over and over. And then after that, there's a lunch break, and we had our physician skills development for a couple of hours. And this week we had the privilege of interviewing a patient at the Ottawa Regional or General Hospital. And it was really nice. This time I was playing around with the idea of not taking notes. Should I take notes or not? I really want to be more conversational with the patients when interacting with them and not be distracted by my note taking. So I'm still figuring out that process, but overall really good. When interviewing people in general, but let's focus on a patient. It's tempting to go in with a script and stick to it. Like you write down questions or categories of questions and you solely focus on those. But then it takes away from your conversation with the patient and building rapport. It's difficult to connect if you're always looking down. So there needs to be this balance that you find over time of just listening with a little bit of note taking to make sure you don't miss anything. The difficult part is that they train us with, pen and paper, whereas in real life, you're going to have a computer, you're going to be able to type faster, and unfortunately, the computer is facing away from the patient, so you're not even looking at them. But there's a balance. It's been a packed, full day. I'm exhausted, but there is one more event from an interest group. I think we're doing a barbecue. I have to check the schedule. I'm sorry I didn't get any videos. There are some that I got from histology and PSD. I'm going to try and get more throughout the day. Maybe ask my colleagues a couple of questions. Maybe get some professors to do something. Yo, let me know. It's a good idea. Past self. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys want to hear stories, experiences, pre-med journeys from my friends, my classmates, because I'm sure many of them would be willing to be interviewed. I know a couple that would. And so if you're interested in that, I can definitely get that going. If you have any questions you want answered, if you want any professors to answer questions or any of my friends who are in medical school to answer questions, comment down below. That way I can ask them during my vlog and you guys can see the answers immediately. All right. So overall, today's been really good. Looking forward to Friday and then the weekend where I can kind of relax a little bit more, but also do some more studying. Study. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's Friday. I'm excited for the weekend. Hey, I haven't even gotten through my first week of school and I was looking forward to the weekend. This morning we have a CBL case, continuing with a case of Down syndrome that we looked at early Tuesday. Was it Tuesday? Yeah, it was Tuesday. And then we have an integrative lecture, which is basically bringing everything we learned throughout the week together. And I looked at the PowerPoint. It looks like we're just going to answer some practice questions. I think it changes every time though. So depending on the professor, it could be just another lecture or it could be a little bit more interactive. All right, so here's the thing that I struggle with in terms of the vlog. And I would love your input. I tend to make videos, or these vlogs tend to be very kind of like systematic. Like, this is what I'm doing, this is what we're learning, this is what we're talking about. And I know that people prefer like a story woven in, and so I'm trying to learn how I can improve my vlogs, things that I can teach. So if you have a preferred style, let me know. It'd be interesting to find out like what majority people look into. But it's also just part of the journey of me finding my own voice and how I make content.
Active. And then I'm going out for hot dogs. So I'm gonna try and get some video of the CBL for you guys to see.
Get it. Walking up the stairs. Woo-hoo. And nobody's.
You know, right, miss, if you would care.
I think Kira's waiting for Sarah. There you go, Sarah, my med buddy. Got some hot dogs, whoever my med buddy is.
All right, hey.
For this upcoming year, depending on COVID, we'll get some hot dogs too. If not, then we'll do a Zoom call.
Guys, I'm here with Sarah. You guys saw her in one of my previous videos. She's my med buddy.
I'm famous.
We just came back.
By the way, famous Sarah here. She got married last year in December, and she's gonna have a baby in November. So congratulations, Sarah. That's awesome. Just want to let you guys know that, a little update on Sarah.
Back from eating some pretty good hot dogs. Apparently they're not the best though. We have to come back.
So close.
In the main Ottawa campus. But she's just gonna quickly tell you guys about the Conference for Life?
Yeah, Canadian Physicians for Life are running a conference in October. I think it's the weekend of the 25th of October, and they have a bunch of student scholarships that they want to sponsor students. They pay for them to stay at the hotel and do the whole weekend of the conference from Friday till Sunday. So sign up.
Sign up. The link is going to be in the description, so you can click it. Sign up for that sponsorship because it might be, well, if you get it, it's going to be free, and it's in Ottawa, so that's really convenient.
See how expressive I am? That conference is really good. There's a video of it. If you go on my channel, you'll be able to find it. Super helpful. Talks a lot about like the heavy hitting topics of like abortion, MAID, and different perspectives and how to think about it. So I'd highly encourage it if you can go to a conference like that to go. Definitely worth it.
So it's a really beautiful day right now. As you can see, it's sunny. The sky is blue. I want to try and make the most out of every day that is like this and spend some time outside. I could be editing right now, but I'll leave that for the night when the outside is boring. I got my iPad here. I downloaded some notes so I don't need Wi-Fi, and I'm just gonna walk over to the Rideau Canal, sit on the bench, sit somewhere nice, and just quickly look over my notes to refresh my memory about what the week was about, and then maybe later tonight or tomorrow during the weekend I'll do some more intense studying. But I just really want to enjoy the beautiful weather.
So there's more videos. I think this video is probably going to be long enough, so I'm not going to review it anymore. I hope this video was helpful and fun, and I also hope you have a wonderful rest of the day whenever you're watching this, wherever you're watching this, and I'll see you in the next video.